My name is Nkem Okando, ADC National Agent. We also same calculation yesterday.
All right, we are live in Abuja. It is Arise News, Nigeria Decides 2023, going straight to Abuja to the Collation Center. There is the head of INEC right now.
Good morning. My name is Babatunde Ogala, Senior Advocate of Nigeria and agent for APC. I think the law is clear that when a result has been declared, we should resort to petition if need be. Ekiti was declared yesterday. We were asked for observations, and if that has been done, any party that feels strongly should prepare its petition. Where we are today, I want to say with all respect that it will appear the commission is functions official, and the business of now is Kwara. We cannot go back to what has been declared here by the commission. Just my own humble observation.
Okay, sorry.
I'm not going into the merit or otherwise
sorry.
of what they've said.
There is a gentleman in white. Sorry, agent of the PDP, you have made your point. There is a gentleman in white. Introduce yourself.
My name is Fanaya Bitru Jesalo. I'm from NRM. I stand by the submission of the APC that when the results have been declared from the ward, from the local government, state, and the collation center of this place, as seen by the law, and by Electoral Act, every other thing should challenge you through the court. Thank you.
Okay, I think we should make progress. We have taken note of that, but you started the PDP agent by quoting a figure different from the figure that we have for the number of accredited voters. What we have is 315,058. Is 315,058. I said this is a copy, and I also have here the manually recorded figures. So the figure you mentioned is at variance with the figure that was actually presented yesterday. But we'll come back to this result. We have taken note of the observations you have raised.
Mr. Chairman, we were here yesterday, and fortunately we recorded the proceedings, and we recorded the presentation by the professor, and we heard his pronouncements, and we have a picture copy of the projection on the wall that was done yesterday. Having said that, I also want, with due respect to the SAN, that presentation of results is different from declaration of results. That result has not been declared, it was only presented. Only you can declare that result, and you have not done that. So that result was presented, but have not been declared. And the figures he presented yesterday, if you have a panel that is looking into this, we want to provide evidence. Thank you.
I still insist that the figure presented by the State Collation Officer for the presidential election for Ekiti State of the total number of accredited voters is 315,058. This is what is on the spreadsheet that we screened yesterday, and this is also what is on the actual result manually recorded by the scope and signed by the PDP agent and agents of other political parties back in Ekiti State. But having said that, I've taken note of your observations. Let us make progress on that one. But what we have here is exactly what I've said, and any other figure that is at variance with this one cannot supersede the official result presented. But let's make progress. We'll come back to this matter. On this note, let me invite the Rec Kwara to introduce himself, and then the State Collation Officer for Kwara State presents the report. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Malang Garba Atahiru Madami, the Resident Electoral Commissioner for Kwara State. With me is the State Collation Officer. Introduce yourself.
Professor Paul Aounde Anuna, Vice Chancellor, Joseph Sawu Antaka University Makudi, formerly Federal University of Agriculture Makudi. I am the State Collation Officer for the presidential election of 25th February 2023 in Kwara State. With me is Malang Garba Atahiru Madami, the Resident Electoral Commissioner for Kwara State. The result for the presidential election held on 25th February 2023 in Kwara State are as follows. Total number of registered voters, 169,592,7. 169,592,7. Number accredited voters, 497,519. 497,519. Then the scores by the political parties. A, 1786. 1786. AA, 430. 430. AAC, 257. 257. ADC, 3007. 3007. ADP, 1128. 1128. APC, 263572. 263572. APGA, 722. 722. APM, 368. 368. APP, 454. 454. BP, 188. 188. LP, 31166. 31166. NNPP, 3141. 3141. NRM, 466. 466. PDP, 136909. 136909. PRP, 355. 355. SDP, SDP, 22738. 22738. YPP, 2114. 2114. ZLP, 1170. 1170. Total valid votes, 469971. 469971. Rejected votes 26712. 26712. Total vote cast 496683. 496683.
Okay, thank you very much, Scope. Are you done?
Yes, sir.
Scope, can you listen to me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are there places where elections were not held or cancelled as recorded on EC 40G?
Yes, sir. There are places where there were cancelled votes.
Okay. So tell us those places and the reasons for the cancellation.
The places were Asa, and of the affected registration area was one. It was cancelled as a result of overvoting. Another place was Edu. At Edu, there was the snatching of the ballot box. With the intervention of the police, the ad hoc staff were rescued, but the box was gone away with. At Ilorin East, there was overvoting in one polling unit. Ilorin South, overvoting in one polling unit. And Irepodun, there was overvoting in one polling unit. Ilorin West, at one polling unit, some hoodlums came and disrupted the voting, so voters took to their heels. So we have some reports here concerning the cancelled vote.
Okay, thank you very much, Scope. Party agents, any questions, any observations? Okay, the Labour Party.
Sir, going by what happened with Ekiti result, it is only fair that we should be allowed to correlate what they have given so that no party will be disenfranchised, and we should not come and present another observation and it will be looked down at. So we want to have time to correlate this result and make sure that it tallies with what they presented, but not just to give us.
What do you mean by correlation?
To collate it, to calculate it.
You are not given copies. You are not given copies of the results for the purpose of correlation. I'm sure you must have participated in collation of results.
Sir, we had issue at the polling unit, at the collation centers, and we also have been issue here.
No, what I'm saying is that if you say that we should give you the results so that you can correlate, the purpose of collation is for you to look at what has been presented and raise observations.
I want to use the word interrogation.
So how do you interrogate the results at this point? Raise your observations. Let me hear you carefully.
So let us have time and do that.
Yeah, Dino Melaye, PDP. Mr. Chairman, the purpose for amending the Electoral Act and making electronic transmission of results from polling units is to enhance the transparency, credibility of the process. In accordance with Section 65 and Section 64 4 of the Electoral Act 2022 as amended, I want to demand that while the 2 other screens can show the results as presented by the returning officer, the center screen should actually show the uploaded results. That is the only way we can compare and be sure that what the returning officers are presenting is in consonance with the uploaded results. Because without uploading the results, and we are making a comparison here, it will be difficult to know where beavers were bypassed. Because upload is supposed to be done immediately after voting. And I have your manual for electoral officers here, and it is so stipulated therein. So we will want, as the presentation is done state by state, the uploaded results on your server should be displayed. What they are presenting also displayed by the 2 smaller screens. Then we'll be able to know if what is uploaded is what is being presented. That is the only way the transparency of this process can be guaranteed. That beavers can be detected, and that is the only way we can get results. Because more than 10 times, Barrister Festus Okoye made press conferences and told Nigerians that beavers and electronic transmission of results have come to stay. We want to see it in practice. Thank you.
Okay, any further comments before I respond?
To my colleagues, these are results that were declared at the state level, where we all had agents. And the agents who have signed, what has just been transmitted here is what were polled at the state level. This, Dino, please, you made your observation, let me make mine. I'm speaking for me. Thank you very much. So, sir, what I'm suggesting, so we save everybody's time, we all note our observations, and where we need to challenge, we follow the law, so that time is saved and we move on. Asking that we start uploading from polling units here, we may take the rest of the year to declare this result, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any further comments? Yeah, there's a lady raising her hand.
Permit me to stand on existing protocol. Agents. I humbly, Mr. Chairman, support the motion of operation of the total number of accredited votes is mentioned to be 497, 499, and then the total vote cast is mentioned to be 496,683. And then when you minus the total number of votes from the total number of accredited voters, you have a balance of 836. Six voters that were duly accredited. Was there been? Did they not vote? What happened to the vote at all? So mine is like a clarification of what happened to this number. Thank you. While I strongly support that the upload of results should be displayed.
I hear you, but the state collation officer who has presented the result will respond to the question you ask about the result. But for the purpose of final collation of the results, at what point are results transmitted to the IRF portal, and what's the purpose? First, for transparency of the process. And when it goes to the ward level collation, which is the first layer of collation, where there is a discrepancy between the manual copy brought by your agent from the field, that discrepancy should be resolved against the electronically transmitted results, either on the portal or on the machine. That is why from the polling unit level, the machines and the physical copies of the results are handed over to the collation officer at ward level. This procedure has taken place at ward collation level. And you had agents at ward collation level. From there, it went to the local government collation level, then the state collation level, before the results are presented here. So it is not at this point, with due respect, the agent of the PDP, that you will talk about the display of the polling unit level result, because you don't have copies of the polling unit level results. It is at that point that it ought to have been done. And based on the result that we have received, we believe that that has been done. So I will still call on the scope to respond to the issue raised by the agent of the People's Redemption Party.
Thank you, sir.
I would really like a situation where we make this a collation on matters that must have already been ironed out at collation level. In my opening statement yesterday, apart from the polling unit level where they were counted and recorded, there was ward level collation. Parties had agents. It went to local government collation. Parties had agents. State collation, parties had agents. And at that point, they had all the little pieces of paper that we are talking about to compare. But let's listen to the scope. I will still come back to you. No, just a minute, if you may. Just a minute. Let's make this a procedure. Okay. Let the rec, the scope for Kwara, respond to that question, and then we'll come back to your issue. No, let the scope respond. I will still come back to you. Scope.
Thank you, sir. Regarding the comments by the PRP agents, I have mentioned earlier that there were some cancelled votes in some of the polling units, and this might be attributed to the difference. Thank you, sir.
Okay. The agent of the PRP, PDP, can you please repeat what you said on the basis of the provision of the law?
I just want to quickly react to the presentation by the chairman on we are in this country, and the INEC made a press statement when uploads were not done. You even said there was no hacking of your server and all that. And everyone sitting there is either a Christian or a Muslim. And you know there was problem with uploading your results. Till this minute I'm speaking, many results have not been uploaded on your server. So you cannot be using justification that votes took place at the polling unit when INEC failed in uploading results from polling units. If you had uploaded those results immediately after vote was casted in each polling unit, we will have access to them, and I will not be asking questions here. But as I speak to you, those results were not uploaded for hours. Yesterday, I complained to you, the chairman. I complained to 2 other commissioners, and in my presence, they called the rec in Imo where even the director of ICT was saying they should use offline to upload. So if results not be challenged, that the process is over. The process is not over because it is faulty. Results were not uploaded, and if those results were not uploaded, we are definitely going to contest the authenticity of whatever presentation is being made here. And finally, sir, I want to challenge any returning officer from any state coming here, because there's penalty for you if you lie or if you alter anything. Tell us before you start your presentation that what you are presenting before cameras, that what you are presenting is what is uploaded on INEC website. Please say that and see if you have given wrong information, you will not go to jail.
Okay, is there any agent of any party that hasn't spoken? Party agent? No, not you. Your party has spoken. Let's give the opportunity to another person. You have also spoken, PRP. Please take your seat. Let's make this orderly, in an orderly manner, please. Speak, introduce yourself.
Mr. Chairman, I'm Chinemelo Uba. I represent APP. I want to align with the submission of the PDP agent. If we take your submission, Chairman, it may seem what we are here for has been done at the level of the ward, local government, and state. Mr. Chairman, if there is difficulty in why what he's saying cannot be done, you explain to us, maybe we understand. But what he's asking for, to my mind, is very apt. We are here as the final collation center, either to correct what has been done wrongly. We've had complaints from the ward, from the local government, from agents there. If we can upload this year, we serve as a final arbiter, so to say. Thank you, sir.
Okay. If you have any complaints, any documents that you may have, please forward them. But otherwise, we cannot be considering the report from Kwara and talking about matters arising from another state. When we come to that state, we'll talk about matters arising from that state. Which party is that, Alex? Alex, go ahead.
ADP.
Yes.
I stand before you and the entire world to support what the PDP agent had said. Because before now, Nigerians have waited, with abated palpitation for authenticity of this project, 2023. And the information or the education we had before now is that whatever vote is cast is transmitted upon that time. That is the education we had. But we are now hearing a different introduction of some other phrases like beavers boycott or whatever language is used for it. So we needed the party, the collation officer from the state, like it has been asserted, for them to do that. Let them prove to us that yes, at the point of voting, it was transmitted. Secondly, sir, I have read and I've seen that even at the point of election, some personalities in this country showed their ballot paper.
Please,
party they voted for.
Representative of the ADP.
Yes, sir.
Please, that is not before us.
Yes, I know, but I'm actively speaking, sir.
Please, let us focus on what is before us.
Yes, but
the result for the election from Kwara. Otherwise, this is unending.
Allow me to land, sir. Allow me to land. Because we are looking at the transparency of the entire system. And if it's the entire system, if somebody shows the party he voted for, that also can be taken as vote buying. And
Please,
we have
please,
to take care of that,
Alex,
sir.
I wish we can confine ourselves to what is before us, consideration of the report from Kwara.
All right, sir.
Not what transpired
Summary,
at a polling unit that is not before us.
I support the move of PDP, sir.
So that's all you wanted to say all this while, just to support. Okay. The second agent of the PDP, I think.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Emeka Ihedio. Mr. Chairman, I am one of the Nigerians that have absolute confidence in this electoral process. Mr. Chairman, when there were efforts to undermine the authority of INEC, we stood firmly that INEC must be truly independent. Mr. Chairman, we're talking about the transparency of this process, and we're talking about confidence in the process. I had cause, sir, to engage you yesterday. I had cause to speak to your national commissioners yesterday. I had cause to speak to them this morning about collation and abuse of the electoral process. Mr. Chairman, as we speak, in a number of states, efforts are still ongoing to undermine that process. Result sheet, Mr. Chairman.
I wish you can just confine yourself to what has been presented from Kwara.
Yes, sir. Mr.
If
Chairman,
we are talking about what is not before us, this discussion will be unending, and we are not here for an ending discussion.
Sir, the point I'm making,
collation of results.
Mr. Chairman, please, sir. The point I'm making, sir, is that it is clear that there were problems with uploading the results, which is fundamental to where we are. And we are saying it is important that we know, that Nigerians are aware, that electors know that the votes they've cast were properly uploaded and it reflects the wishes of the people from polling units. Mr. Chairman, fundamentally, that collation officers and return officers were forced by people who think they're more powerful to return results. And Mr. Chairman, it is important that that is addressed.
Former Speaker of the Federal Republic, please speak to what you can present evidence for, not to stand at the National Collation to be making insinuations. Please,
Mr. Chairman,
please resume your seat. Emeka Ihedio, please.
I'll take my seat, Mr. Chairman.
Please.
But the point has been made. Thank you, Mr.
Please
Chairman.
resume your seat. Are there any results presented by the Rep. Kwara apart from these general issues? Okay. Scope, Kwara, and the REC, please present your reports. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Collation Secretariat, any more? Thank you, Rec. Kwara.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Next state. No, you are now being disruptive, Dino. No, you are now being disruptive. No, you are now being disruptive of the process. Okay, next scope, please. After the presentation, then we'll come back to the issues you've raised. Let's take the next state, Osun. Okay, scope Kwara, sorry, Osun on the rec, please make your presentation.
Thank you.
Sorry, Kwara has done his own. Osun State?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead, Osun.
Mutiu Olaleke Agboke. I am the resident electoral commissioner, INEC, Osun State. My
Professor Folashade Ogushola, the Vice Chancellor
Agent of the PDP, please resume your seat. You are now deliberately disruptive. Okay. Rek Kwara, please make your sorry, Osun, introduce yourself and let the scope for Osun make her presentation.
I am Dr. Mutiu Olaleke Agboke. I am the resident electoral commissioner, INEC, Osun State. My scope is also here.
Okay, thank you. Scope.
I am Professor Folashade Ogunshola, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Lagos. I was the scope for Osun State. The results for the presidential election held on the 25th February 2023 in Osun State voters 1,954,800. The total number of accredited voters was 759,362. The total number of votes received by the presidential candidates of each of the political parties is as follows. Party A, 1,006. 1,006. Party AA, 129. 129. Party AAC, 402. 402. Party ADC, 3,988. 3,988. Party ADP, 1519. 1,519. APC, 343,945. 343,945. APGA, 613. 613. APM, 291. 291. APP, 149. 149. BP, 206. 206. LP, 23,283. 23,283. NNPP, 713. 713. NRM, 623. 623. PDP, 354,366. 354,366. PRP 277. PRP 277. SDP 225. SDP 225. YPP 347. YPP 347. ZLP 1121. 1121. The total valid votes 733,203. 733,203. Rejected votes 23,541. 23,541. The total votes cast 756,744. 756,744. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Scope, any comments? Yes, I can see a hand from a distance.
Okopi Agu, the party agent for African Action Congress. I'd like to have a situation where, and I'm hoping you're going to do this, if Scope is coming here to present, that the results they are presenting had already been uploaded. It's a simple thing. If you can tell them to tell us this, it's easy for everybody, and we won't in here.
Noted.
Thank you very much.
Yes, I can see a hand there.
Sir.
Assure you, I will give you 10 minutes. So
well, whether you say we should do it, and now I have done mine, and I come out in Kwara. There is an overvoting of 7,330.
Sorry.
That is why we said it is very important. Sorry, sir. It is very important. We just don't read. The result was read, was presented at polling unit, and it came to the collation center. At the collation center, in the World Collation Center, it came to local government collation center, at the state collation center, and we're receiving the same treatment. Then when we came here for final approval or presentation of the result, and then we also be treated the same way. So it's not acceptable.
Okay. Any specific comments on the result presented? We will then take the next state, and I think there is no other state immediately available. We will have an interlude. During the interlude, you can interrogate the results, and when we come back after the interlude, we'll talk about your observations on the results presented. Meanwhile, on the specific question whether these results are the same result that emanated from the polling units, which is critical, let the scope and or the rec speak to that. But what I've seen is that these results are endorsed by all the agents of all the political parties at different levels. Okay, the scope or the rec, they are the same result that emanated from the polling units as collated.
Of course.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you very much, Dino. I wish you can resume your seat. I've listened to you. Any specific question? Apart from that, any specific question on what has been presented? Any specific question? Who hasn't spoken before? PRP has spoken. There's a gentleman in front of the agent of the PRP. Yes, the one in black.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Mohammed. I'm the agent for NRM. Mr. Chairman, my advice is before the state coalition agents should come here, they should verify their figures very well. Because we are sitting here in front of the whole Nigerians, the whole world. These figures should be looked into. That is my suggestion. Thank you very much, Mr.
Thank you
Chairman.
very much. We'll always do so, verify and cross-check figures. As the gentleman in white.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Sule Mohammed. I'm the party agent for PRP. What I want to inquire is, what is the position of law on this issue of uploading of results?
The law does not require that collation should be done on the basis of results transmitted. It's on the basis of results carried forward manually and physically to the various collation centers. But where there are discrepancies, then it is the transmitted result that should be used to resolve the discrepancies. But where do these discrepancies arise? Discrepancies arise at the level of polling, after a polling unit collation at ward level. So, any specific question, any further specific question? We can't be going back and forth on this matter. We'll come back to it.
My second question,
we can't
Mr.
be going
Chairman.
back and forth. Okay, second question.
Yes, sir.
PRP.
Yes. Yesterday, at the course of the beginning of your statement, you said you will have on the side Collation Secretariat. And I assume this Collation Secretariat is supposed to interrogate whatever results the scope and the recs are bringing. It's advisable, like NRM indicated, that this thing should be interrogated and checked and cross-checked so that we do not have this embarrassing situation of people claiming that there is overvoting, there is undervoting whatsoever. Just my own piece of advice.
Thank you. We have noted the claims, and I'm happy you said the claims. Any specific issue on the result? Okay. We still have Ondo. We'll take Ondo, and I don't think there's any other scope around at the moment. Then there will be an interlude. Is there any issue with the figures you have presented that you would like to use the Collation Secretariat to cross-check?
No, as we arrive, everything has been cross-checked, and we are good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. But are there places where election did not hold or results cancelled? Reasons?
There was nowhere elections didn't hold, but there were some cancelled results.
Okay. Yes. And what are they, and what are the reasons for the cancellation?
Overvoting. And this came from the polling units.
Okay. Thank you very much. Please submit your report. Okay, Collation Secretariat, which state is next? Collation Secretariat, which state is next? I will come back to you. Please take your seat. Please. I noted your observations. We'll come back to these observations. Next state is, I think, Ondo. Is the rec Ondo around and the scope? Okay, the rec and the scope and the admin sec in the absence of the resident electoral commissioner. AdminSec, introduce yourself and let the scope introduce himself and make your presentation for Ondo State.
Honorable Chairman, my name is Oyelami, the Administrative Secretary, INEC, Ondo State. My name is Professor Fashino Abayomi Sunday, the Vice Chancellor of Federal University of Ekiti. Honorable Chairman, can I go ahead, sir?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Well, we have 18 local governments in Ondo State. Presentation go thus. The number of registered voters, 1,991,344. 1,991,344. Number of accredited voters, 571,402. 571,402. For the parties, Party A, 414. 414. Party AA, 196. 196. Party AAC, 890. 890. Party ADC, 5612. 5612. Party ADP, 1266. 1266. Party APC, 369924. 369924. Party APGA, APGA, 1206. 1206. Party APM, 319. 319. Party APP, 235. 235. Party BP, 200. 200. Party LP, 47350. 47350. Party NNPP, 930. 930. Party NRM, 347. 347. Party PDP, 115463. 115,463. Party PRP, 240. 240. Party SDP, 1293. 1293. Party YPP, 340. 340. Party ZLP, 4783. 4783. Total valid votes, 551,008. 551,008. Number of rejected votes, 19,009. 19009. Total vote cast, 570,017. 570,017.
Okay, thank you very much, Scope. Were there places where election did not hold or results cancelled?
Yeah, in 4 local government area with 8 RA, with 11 polling units and registered voters of 5363 and PVC of collected 3156. We have cases of overvoting in this.
Sorry, go over the figures carefully. 4 local governments.
Yes, sir.
How many RAs?
8.
8 RAs. How many PUs affected?
11.
Number of registered voters?
5363.
And PVCs collected?
3156.
3156. And what were the reasons for the cancellation?
Overvoting.
Overvoting. And are these recorded in detail in the EC40G?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Comments? Okay, please submit your results. Collation Secretariat, do we have any scope around? Not yet. Collation Secretariat? Okay. At this point, we'll take a short break and resume in the next 1 hour, hoping that some additional scope would have arrived. Thank you.
We've just been live from Abuja at the National Collation Center of INEC as the results have been read for Kwara State, Osun State, and Ondo State. Kwara State was won by the APC, represented by Tinubu, 263,572 votes, whilst PDP under Atiku came second with 136,909 votes. There were incidents of hoodlums disrupting voting in Ilorin, and then we saw an outburst from Dino Melaya of the PDP, who was questioning the lack of uploading of results as per provisions of the Electoral Act. He questioned why results were being read out for results sheets that had not been uploaded to the IREV as we had been stipulated to before the election.